Welcome to another week of Weekly Advantage. It's always a pleasure to come before you and be able to talk about what's going on in the company. Last week we showed you the commercial that was presented at a St. Patty's Day concert. I believe it was in Macomb County, and it was presented in front of many seniors, which was very, very cool. So hopefully that continues to get the positive image of Advantage out there, because we just have so many wonderful and cool things that are going on in our communities. It's spring, which is even better. The weather is turning. And this is such a great time for each of us to take stock of where we're at, what we're doing. Are we happy with where we're at for this year? And what can we do to continue to make the year even better? We're 3 months in, almost past the first quarter. We have 3 quarters to go. And it's a good time to kind of clean out some stuff that wasn't so good maybe the first quarter. And of course 2020 was such a tough year. We're trying to clean all of that out if we can. But I encourage you to really look at where you're at in your facilities and really look around and see, what is it that we might want to clean up? And I'm not just talking like a physical cleanup, like, floors and dusting and clutter and all that stuff, but what do we need to move past from the tough year of 2020 and the beginning of 2021? And what can we do going forward where this sense of refreshing and renewal and growth can manifest itself more positively in our buildings? Many of you are getting out of agency, you're developing your own staff, census is going up, which is hugely important for the company. And you're doing some great things. And so as we go forward, we're going to be doing some things a little differently, but we don't want to do any major things differently, because we think it's so important for us to all settle in to 2021 and get back to a place of great things, great outcomes, team building, and really solidifying some of the programs and the processes that we have in place. This is anything from team member retention, which has been getting better and better as each week goes by, to customer service and working together as a team and really having that pride in the facility and the pride in the type of care that we deliver as a team, by really creating that caring atmosphere that we're looking for, one that is full of compassion and accountability and respect and integrity and nimbleness and generosity. As the team continues to build, as we continue to come together in oneness with one another, we learn about each other. We learn about, what makes each of us tick and how we can best work together in order to fulfill the mission of Advantage. Many days, all I hear about is everything that we do wrong. I just hear about the complaints and the concerns and all of that. But as I look around, those are the exception. They're not necessarily the rule. And no workplace is perfect, but I truly believe that the team members on our team have a great desire to treat each other very, very well, to create a respectful environment, and to create the absolute most awesome environment that we can for our residents. And so as you're going into the next quarter of this year, let's all take a stock of where we're at. My mom, when we were little, we couldn't stand it, but she would make us do spring cleaning every April vacation. So as kids, we couldn't go out and play. We had to do spring cleaning. And what that meant was we had to wash down the walls, we had to move furniture out, we had to scrub floors, scrub corners, wash windows, etc., etc. But as I reflect on that today, I think that spring cleaning is a really great opportunity to clean out those things that maybe are sticking to us, or systems that weren't working, or situations in each of our facilities that maybe we need to clean them out. And as team members, doing it together actually brings that sense of, look what we accomplished. My mom, we had 6 kids in our family, and at the end of that week, as much as us kids griped and moaned about it, at the end of that week, we all felt a sense of, we accomplished something this week by cleaning out our house. And so as you think about it, if we take that approach, as we look at our facilities and the leftover of the pandemic, and we're still experiencing issues with it, but are there things that we need to clean out in our facilities that will help us to go forth in these last 3 quarters, or the next 3 quarters, that will help us to be better than we are today? And so, like on Friday of this week, we put together a team of people. We had volunteers come to be part of this committee, and we're going to do a retention and recruitment committee, because we know that that's probably one of the hardest things that we're dealing with in the buildings right now, is having our own staff in most facilities. Some facilities are out of agency, thank goodness, and you can see the difference in those facilities because the team is really working and gelling together, whereas those that are using a lot of agency they're still struggling from a culture standpoint. And so what is it that each of us in our facilities, what is it that we need to do in order to clean out whatever is holding us back from recruiting and retaining team members, and what's holding us back from having that wonderful, loving, caring, and compassionate environment that we all seek? So that's just something to think about, and maybe something as a team to talk about, and even something that can be talked about at all staff meetings, and just to get feedback and truly listening to what that feedback is from our team members. So at that note, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you again next week. God bless you all. Have a great week.